College football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Virginia Cavaliers and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Cavaliers head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Left side is Flores. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Holstein. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Holstein trying to be heard about the fray. On target over the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football.
Makes the grab and room to run. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The keeper on the option. Maybe got some room, entered to the goal line. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Man, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. So Florida State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal. Sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Plows his way ahead. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They go to the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Fights off a defender. Nice move there. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quick give. It's Lewis. Sweet cut there. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Play fake, Holstein. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Cavaliers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Out wide left, it's Flores. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. To the air. It's Sperry. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
3rd down play from the gun. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. The tag. Touchdown, Virginia. The defense putting points on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Second and long here. Snaps it in the shotgun. Left side is Robinson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They kick it away on fourth down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, here on the Cavaliers sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Eli Holstein to throw. Nice catch along the sideline and great effort to stay in bounds. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun on third down, Holstein makes a catch on the left. Down inside the 35, stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays, exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll move the tight end. Holstein from the gun on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Now backed up in their own end, it's third and long. To the air, it's Sperry. Finds his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip. The snap to the up man, they'll fake it. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning. Holly, what do you have?
Checking in from the Virginia sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Throwing, Holstein. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they can do it with ease.
Lined up in the gun, third down, Eli Holstein. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Running inside, it's Croma. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Out wide right, it's Lopez. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes his man miss.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Noles in a good spot here with second and short. Hits inside, it's Croma. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. 3rd and 3. Making the adjustment. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing complete.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. And they got it down short of the first down marker.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got maybe a yard, 3rd down and 9 coming.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the 1st down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Back to pass, it's Berry. They're all over him. And he gets it away.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Croma. Got the 1st down. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Might as well give it to him again. Powers through the defender. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got the back over the middle. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, looking for a space. Right side, it's Riles. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Coming out with it, it's Courtney. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Here's Holstein to throw. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. And the Cavaliers moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes. And then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Holstein. The screen. He's got wheels. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. Again, Holstein. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. FSU calling in 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that 1st down marker. It's 4th down. Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their 2nd. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Eli Holstein to throw. Under pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
He he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Finds a man in the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Noles will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Berry. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And the Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds a crease. It's Chroma. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Look out! Good job just to get rid of that one.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. 2nd half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Got to make the play on 4th. Finds him out of the backfield. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Changing the routes with his receivers. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Reels it in. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Snags it over the middle. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Second and long here. Out wide right, it's Courtney. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun on third down, Holstein. Out wide left, it's Lewis. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And a great job on the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Left side is Gibson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early, and often with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Eli spinning it again. On target. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And you're seeing on this drive, man, a big part of the reason why they've got the lead. Like, they've been so good on these third downs. Another third down conversion where they dial up the right play at the right time to move the sticks.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He'll keep it on second down. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers and those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. Holstein on the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Throwing, Holstein. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He'll do it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Gets the back moving. Plows through the defense. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Quick catch. Showing off yards. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Virginia. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return is the end of the line, and down he goes. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Making the adjustment on the play. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Wide open downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They'll send the back in motion. Out wide left, it's Robinson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Noles are facing 3rd and inches. Just keep slinging it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Sets his feet. It's Daniels. Rush right in his face. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over.
Caught, and he's got room. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left too.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that's a big third down stop for this defense, but they can't relax, right? They've done this a couple of times already, and they've converted 2 for 2 on fourth down. So this D's got to be ready. They got to be physical on this fourth.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Knowles! And they take it in for 6 more points. And they did tack on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. From the gun, it's Lewis. Nowhere to go. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They were all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the gun on 3rd down. Here's Holstein. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Florida State! Here comes the 2-point try. Motion from the wideout. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. Deep in the end zone, it's Beebe. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. There's a little game pressure on these guys right now. The run has turned this into a ball game again, and now they need to put together a drive here. Turns upfield, and they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Eli Holstein to throw. Tight end getting vertical. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the left. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Knocked down immediately.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Now here's Holstein. Flips it out in the flat. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To throw, it's Daniels. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down one score. Time winding down. What is better than this? He's got it. Really good surge for this offense. They moved the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Here comes the heat. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. They'll need a bunch on second down. To the air, it's Daniels. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
I think that's an easy decision.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the tight end. Has it. Touchdown, Florida State. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They've got the score, 13 seconds to play, and now they have to recover the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip, for that ball to get 10 yards to try something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little.